The Melodic Blues by Baby Keem, released in 2021, being his debut album. This album is amazing. Whether we're talking about the production, Keem's flow, or the features on this album, there are so many things to like here. You can name 1,000 different things and be like, yeah, I have a positive opinion of that. There are very few things that I don't like about this album. Now I will get into those later, but first, let's talk about the things I liked. Let's just talk about the features. Now we have Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, and Don Toliver. First, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick and Keem have such amazing chemistry. I think Family Ties was probably the best song that came out in 2021, my favorite rap song that came out that year, and a song that I still listen to every day since this album came out. Now, of course, Range Brothers and Vent are also amazing. I still listen to them too. But the thing that surprised me about this album is Don Toliver. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Don Toliver, to be honest, but when I saw the track list and saw his name on it, I was like, oh, his voice kind of matches Baby Keem in a little way. So I was like, they might do well together, and it was a surprise to me. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but he pleasantly surprised me. I enjoy that song. Now Travis Scott, it's kind of the same. I was like, oh, it's Travis, he's gonna do good, and yeah, he did good. It's kind of a basic song, to be honest. There's nothing really special, but Do Rag Activity is good. It's fine. Now, my favorite songs on this album are Family Ties, 16, Issues, Scar, Range Brothers, Vent. Those are just some of them. I do like a lot of these songs, but there are some songs on this album that I don't like, such as Pink Panties, South Africa, Gorgeous. Those are really 3 songs that I didn't really like the first listen to, and the next couple listens to, I still, I wasn't that convinced on them. I think Pink Panties is probably the worst song on this album, and it's not even like a good song. It's like very average. There's nothing really special about it. I guess the chorus is it's different, but to me, it's not different in a good way. I think one thing that really separates this album from all the other rap albums that were released in 2021 is Baby Keem's flow. While his lyrics aren't like the most sophisticated, he's no Kendrick, but he's still a good lyricist, and I think his flow really changes these songs, making them different from all the basic rap albums that we just always get, and makes it something new. Now, this was the first project of Baby Keem's I listened to, and it made me a big fan of his. After I listened to the Melodic Blues, I went and listened to all his other albums, or EPs I should say, and his other singles and all that stuff, and I was pleasantly surprised. I like all of it. This album really made me into a big Baby Keem fan, and I didn't know who he was before Family Ties came out, and so I'm very grateful that I found this album and it blew up like it did and reached me so I could become a fan of his. Another thing I like about this album is it's kind of a mixed bag. You have songs like Family Ties and Vent, which are very hype songs that you'd listen to and you like bob your head. You listen to it on the aux, you'd like do a mosh pit and a concert to it. But then you have songs like Issues, Scars, and 16, which are more chill songs. So you kind of just like lay down and listen to, and you just kind of like you just listen to the lyrics and it just speaks to you, So that's one thing I was very surprised about. Like, I went down from Range Brothers and was like, okay, this song is amazing. And then I went down to Issues and was like, wow, this is very different, but the song is also amazing. And so I like how we added elements of R&B to this album, making it very different. Kind of, I don't really know the exact classification you'd put this album in. I'm just going to say it's like rap. I wouldn't say it's trap. I wouldn't say it's R&B, even though it does have some R&B songs. It's not fully that. I don't know the correct classification, what genre this is, so just ignore this part. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Next part, cut right here. Boop. Now, this was one of the albums where on my first listen to, I had a very positive opinion on. I liked most of the songs, about half of them I added to my playlist, and I still listen to this day. And there were other songs which I didn't really care for. I didn't think they were bad, but I was just like, it's very basic. There's nothing really special about it. Nothing I'd listen to again. And that's kind of the same after my other listens to this album. I still really like the ones I listened to since day one. And the other ones I didn't, I like them more, but I still wouldn't really listen to them on a daily basis. Now, I will get into the negatives. I think some of the songs are very basic. I said this earlier, but I'll go more in depth right now. Songs such as Pink Panties, South Africa, Gorgeous, and Boo Man were my least favorite on this album. I think they were just a little weird. They were too much for me. I can respect him for trying something different with like Pink Panties. The chorus sounds very different from the actual verses. I think the verses are fine. They're really good, but the chorus really was like, you know, I like it. If I listen to it like a few more times, I'll probably like really like this song and it'll probably be my favorite. But you know, as of now, it's not really there for me. It's not hitting. I gotta give it a little bit more, and so that's what I'll do. I'll listen to it again after this video, and you know, maybe my opinion will change, maybe not. It is kind of stuck in my head, so it's got that going for it. But it's stuck in my head in a good way, you know. So I don't know. I think some of the songs are basic, you know. They don't really do much different. They're just like, oh, you know, it's another rap song, you know, nothing really special. But the good songs are really good. It makes it stand out. And, you know, there's 16 tracks on it, so of course some of them are going to be a little bit of a miss. But for the most part, I'd say about, I don't know, 10 or 11 out of the 16 songs are really good. And so there's really only like 5 that are, you know, they're not that great. At least to me, I'm not really a big fan of. Anyways, that's enough of the review. Let's get on to the rating. I'm going to give the Melodic Blues by Baby Keem an 8 out of 10. Now, I know this might be a little high to some people or might be a little low to some people. I said there are some songs that I don't really like, and that's true. I feel like I should be giving this a 9, but there are just like a few songs, like 3, 4, 5 songs that I'm not convinced yet. I don't know. I think they're either bad or basic, and that's just me. I've heard some people like these songs, but you know, they're not my cup of tea. But this album does have really amazing songs that I think are phenomenal. 16, Family Ties, Range Brothers, Issues, Scars. I could go on. I could name more. And Family Ties deserved the Grammy it won. And so that's good for it. That song is amazing. Like I said, I think it's probably the best rap song that came out in 2021, and I still bump it to this day. But thank you all for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Comment down some albums you want me to review, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.